Rainer, what happened in this last election with the Asian American vote? Not monolithic, just like the Hispanic vote's not monolithic, but what happened in cities that suggest there could be a shift there that would benefit Republicans?
Sure. So going off of what Ralph just said, I actually think when you're looking at Asian origin groups, Asian Americans as a collective, you could make the argument that perhaps, sometime in the near future, New York City can come into play. Immediately after the election, much of the response was that, Asians moved toward Trump. When you look at how various Asian majority precincts and Asian neighborhoods in New York voted, the shift toward Trump away from the Democrats became even starker. So, for example, you had New York's you had various congressional districts in New York move much more toward Trump. The three reasons behind this shift in dissatisfaction, both in New York City and also in places out west, such as San Francisco, is of course you have massive Asian, particularly Chinese Americans, have large populations in these areas, dissatisfaction with crime, inflation, the economy. But within areas such as New York City and San Francisco, there's much anger with how Democrats and progressives in these cities have governed with regard to education. New York City is famous for its 8 specialized high schools that many, you take an exam and then you get in, and it's viewed by many Asian families as the first step toward prosperity, toward achieving the American dream. There's resort called Lowell High School in San Francisco. And progressives in the city have tried to do away with merit-based admissions, have said that the schools are much too Asian in New York and in San Francisco. And because of equity reasons, they've tried to implement admissions policies that are currently being contested in court that would openly look to lessen the number of Asians at these schools. So, reporting on this has described that for many Asians in New York City, specifically Chinese Americans, progressive democratic attacks on the specialized high schools have been a galvanizing moment for them and have contributed to why you're seeing this large racial group, but specifically Chinese Americans, Indian Americans that are concentrated in various neighborhoods out in New York City, but outside of Manhattan, in Queens, in Brooklyn, really moving toward the GOP and toward more moderate Democrats, and finally getting dissatisfied and exercising that dissatisfaction through voting with the Democrats.